there, and welcome to Honeybee You Tarot. My name is Melissa. Melissa means honeybee, and you are the you. You all are the you. You are the most important part of the community, and I really appreciate you being here. This series is, I'm calling Cards and Coffee, and it's really just an attempt to look at the tarot as a tool for connecting and dialoguing with parts of self. At least that's what I'm doing right now in Cards and Coffee. And, you know, later on I might be looking at other ways to utilize tarot outside of kind of the normal, you know, things that we do. But everything that you need to, sorry, I blanked out. Everything that you need to know will be in the description box about the cards, about how to reach me. If you want any intuitive coaching in any regard, and kind of what the purpose of this series is all about. Okay, so let's look at what is the part of self that wants to be seen and heard. We all have parts of self that are operating. This is the theory that we all have parts of self that are operating. They, you know, kind of run the show in terms of our behaviors, our behavior patterns, you know, how we move through the world. And this is just, you know, more creative attempt to dialogue with the different parts that come up. These cards that I'm using are called the interactive cards, and they were created by an internal family systems therapist. Ooh. Some of the cards that come out I will not utilize on this channel because they can be very triggering, and this is not therapy. This is not appropriate, I don't think, for YouTube. I will do some that, you know, might be difficult to get through, but hopefully are not too triggering. Okay. There's one at the bottom of the deck that's we're just not going to put on camera. All right. So we're going to pick one out of these three that came out. I'm only doing one every day. Okay. Okay. This is the card that came out. Okay, for those of you who are listening and not looking at your screen, we see someone who is in a care facility or a hospital. She looks very thin. She does have gray hair. She is hooked up to an IV. She's sitting in a wheelchair, and she is wrapped in a purple robe with matching purple slippers. She's all alone in the room. The room is shadowy, and she is, you know, kind of looking down. She looks very alone. Let's see. Okay. So we want to dialogue with this part, and the dialogue is structured around these chakra centers. Okay, so we're looking at the base chakra. I have, okay, this is about survival, physical, anything in the physical world that helps us to feel safe. Can be, you know, your tribal energies, your family, your money, health even. Okay, so I have, what do you have, part? I'm to dialogue with you today. What do you have? You have a broken heart. Okay, a broken heart. Also at the bottom of the deck is the Star card, which is hope and healing. And under that is the Two of Cups. She could be feeling, this broken heart while also holding on to hope that there will be somebody there, a partner or, her community, or maybe those people have let her down. They've left her alone in this room, this solitary room. Now, does this have, if this is a part operating, does this have to be actually what's happening? No. This is like about the experience, right, of the part. Maybe I have a broken heart and I have a broken heart because I thought I had community, a partner, relationship. I don't know. What do I want? Okay. Man, this moon card all week. It's been kind of all over the place all week. All right. Let me just make sure nothing else. Okay. I want something to be illuminated, brought up out of the dark, or I want to continue to hide some part of me, again. And then the Lover's card is here at the bottom of the deck. Eight of Wands underneath that. Wow. I feel like this part maybe wants someone to like come and get her potentially like out of this darkness, to help her to not feel so alone, to communicate with her. Alternatively, I'm just going to stick with that. I don't want this to go too long. Okay, I can and I will. I mean, alternatively, maybe she could, but I don't, whether she could or she couldn't, it seems, she is in the wheelchair. So it seems that she really wants someone to come to her. And be there for her, right? I can and I will. I can and I will. Okay. Can and I will. Okay, got the Death card, the bottom of the deck. Okay, so, and then what came out was Six of Swords. Okay, so I feel like she does want to come out of this really, she looks almost depressed, despondent, hopeless place, she, you know, she can move herself out of this mental state. So is this a choice to stay in this mental state? Remember, we're not looking at someone who's actually sitting in this, you know, dark room necessarily. It's a part, right, that can feel this, right? Maybe I can move into a better mental state, more peace of mind if I could accept, you know, death, loss, change. Whoa. I love, oh, yeah. Okay. All carrying it all on our own, right? Have you ever been with someone that, you know, or around someone that they almost like, I mean, you can tell that they're struggling. You can tell like there's, you know, mentally, emotionally, they're not doing well, but it's kind of like it's the only mindset that they know, that they're familiar with, that they're comfortable with. You know, sometimes we talk about the victim mentality. You know, I love the burden. I love the struggle. I love doing this, you know, being in this position, carrying this burden on my own, and, you know, maybe appearing as if I am strong, that I'm, you know, that I've come through so much. You know, don't worry about me. This is an interesting one. I speak. We'll see how this plays out. I speak. I speak. This is the throat chakra. You know, the things that we say is part of our creative force, creative tool. Let's see what she has to say or speaks. Oh, come on. I can't do that many. What does she speak? Okay. Oop. Yeah, she's really thinking about the past, juggling between potentially from oh, sorry. So we've got the six of cups, 2 of pentacles, and the lovers. Okay. So yeah, it's kind of like, oh, and then 5 of wands, internal conflict at the bottom of the deck. It's kind of like she may be feeling really helpless, is she is alone, struggling with potentially memories, nostalgia, reminiscing of the past, or a need to, work with her inner child, to heal the inner child, and at the same time, potentially a new choice for a new partnership, a new relationship, and it could be causing like a conflict where she's we'll have to look at what the role is, but it's more like I'll just sit in the dark. I don't know why I'm seeing Glenn Close in Fatal Attraction. Glenn Close, sit in the dark, like click, 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 with her little lamp going on and off. It's totally not the same thing, but that's just what popped in my head. I don't know what to do. 2 6s too. Relationships. Soulmates. Internal conflict around that. So if anybody's watching as if this is a reading, that's kind of interesting. The past and the future. I see. Okay, so her third eye chakra. I see. I see an opportunity here, intuitively. High Priestess. Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Underneath that, Page of Cups. Intuitively, I know there is an opportunity to create something new in my emotional world. For whatever reason, maybe this part of me is more comfortable being alone, powerless, helpless, feeble. you know, I wonder what's preventing this part from really trusting in its intuition. Okay, so what do I know? For heaven's sakes. This is a reading. This would be great. Ace of Cups. Healing is available. New beginning. Healing, grace, love, unconditional love. Compassion. What we got, Ace of Pentacles and the Chariot. Let's see, how do these come out? Okay, the Chariot and Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so 2 aces with the Chariot. You know, I know that and look at that. Each in their own little chariot. One is a warrior. One is going to drive that baby. And one is like helpless in a room, all alone in the dark. You know, my highest self knows, like, I can drive my chariot, my life Uber. Well, it's not even an Uber because I'm in control. My life car, my life coach in whatever direction I want. You know, I need to take some time maybe to think about it, to connect with my intuition. But there is a brand new opportunity for me here. Which way am I going to go? Which way do I want to drive this chariot? And it could just having to make this decision could be so overwhelming for this part that it, you know, that it shuts down. And there could be a really good reason for that if we knew, you know, this story. So what is your role? What is your role? What is your role here? What is the reason that you are here? What is your role? What is your purpose? Heart in the wheelchair, in the road. What is your role here? Okay, destiny, instinct, and forgiveness. Yeah, and complacency, the bottom of the deck. You know, I just think it can be really hard. This is sort of one of those existential issues, right? That, you know, in many ways we're free to choose our life. And along the way, we can make what we call mistakes, or we can have regrets, or we can feel remorse. And trying to say this from the perspective of heart. But it's almost like this part, I mean, look, she's in purple, the purple little rhino and the kid, you know, there. I can't see, it's too glary. You know, perhaps there have been choices that this part has made in the past, and they just don't want to make another mistake. They don't want to, they maybe feel that they can't trust their own instincts, but maybe this is part of their path. Maybe this has been, you know, part of their destiny all along, but I think this part may be here, this part that kind of retreats and goes within and just decides I'm just gonna be alone. You know, I'll go through this alone because or have someone else make a choice for me, because it's maybe they don't forgive themselves, right? They're looking for some sort of, or need some sort of sense that they're okay, they're forgiven, their path, even the mistakes, you know, these were destined, but there could be even you know, this part may be trying to protect another part. From taking action, because it you know, could, well, we'll read it out of the book. All right. What is it afraid of? What are you afraid of? Afraid of. What is your fear? I could lose what I have. We got the abundance card. One coin is on one scene, one coin is dropped down the grate, and on the next, this child is finding a way to pick it up, right? So abundance is a mindset. Trickery. And impartiality. You know, this person could maybe has some fears around, you know, karma. It also could have fear around yeah, that's probably okay. And then if I didn't have to work so hard, how would I feel? If I didn't have to isolate, go into helplessness. How would I feel if I didn't have to go into helplessness? How would I feel? Okay, but despondence. All right, so we're gonna have to read because I don't know. All right. Look at forgiveness for, why am I here? Amethyst protects us from toxic situations. This card indicates healing and allowing yourself to return to the natural state of peace once again. Remember, we never forgive others. We only forgive ourselves for loving others who betrayed us. This is a time of personal evolution. Okay. So, yeah, maybe having picked the wrong person before that, like in the beginning of this reading, there was heartbreak. She transcends forgiveness because her focus is on her intention, not on her pain. This may be a time of family healing. Can I forgive myself for loving people who hurt me? Wishes fulfilled, holding on to dreams, past wounding, keywords belonging, self-forgiveness, and fulfillment. Okay, and abundance, trickery, and impartiality. All right, fear. What is the fear? Yeah, so, oh God, sorry. Take an impartial look at your situation. The action here is to listen and observe. If I step back from my present situation, what do I see? Can I be neutral? Neutral position, allowing things to unfold, standing in another's shoes, uplifted communication, guide open-mindedness, open-minded and fairness. She may not want to understand. If this was somebody that was hurt by someone and feels unable to, heal that wound, she might be afraid to take a step back and be neutral. To the other party. She would have to be empowered, and maybe she just doesn't trust herself or itself. This is, not gender specific. And despondence. You have all the answers you need within. This card may indicate an emotional tie that no longer serves you. Remember how you relate to the issue is the issue, right? Obstacles are removed when you change your relationship to them. Iris teaches us that the only route out of stagnation is motion. If we do nothing, we must accept the consequences. If we do nothing, sit in our little wheelchair in a corner in the shadows. Personal inquiry, in which part of my life am I feeling? What? In which part of my life am I feeling immobilized? Wow. I know what I need to do. Am I willing to trust myself? Exactly. Key ideas: feeling helpless, acceptance of circumstances, change on the horizon, and taking action. Keywords: revelation, movement, and encouragement. Feeling helpless, acceptance of circumstances, change on the horizon, taking action. Yep, that about says it. Okay, so one more message. We don't have to, people don't have to put us in corners. We can do that all on our own. We can choose to be immobilized and put ourselves in these helpless situations because we think we're protecting ourselves. But there's consequences to staying stuck in a corner in a proverbial, metaphorical wheelchair, right? Okay. We got Turkey Spirit in the protection position. Give with gratitude and grace. 61, which is also a 7. Okay, so we got it in this position. Are you giving in order to receive in kind, keeping tally of how much you have given and what is owed you? This is not the way to experience abundance, right? When Turkey Spirit is in the protection position, it is a reminder to let go of any perception of scarcity or fear that if you give too much, you will not have enough left for yourself. Use your spiritual practices to reconnect with spirit and remember how it feels to embody abundance. And you will give as much as is needed right now. Know that whatever you need to fill your stores is coming to you right now. Love, prosperity, knowledge, and assistance from allies who are everywhere and want you to be the abundance you seek. Turkey Spirit is here to tell you that everything evens out when you are aligned with the law of abundance as spirit wants you to be. Abundance is yours. Okay. So that was very interesting. If this card resonated with you, check in the description box for questions for reflection. Or if it, if you're kind of thinking of anyone that you know, maybe you gained a little insight today to some, little insight or a little more curiosity or a little more compassion for what makes this part express itself in this way. Okay, thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.